I probably try to describe BMX like any other art form where you can kind of master it and like make it your own. Just like having something to take your mind and like your physical energy and just like putting it into something completely. Pretty much, for me, that's what bike riding is.
My name's Kit Schleberwein. I'm 20 years old.
Dave Crone, 30 years old, started riding 20 years ago. Why did I start riding? I don't know why I started riding. I started riding because there's kind of nothing else to do but skate and ride in my hometown. There's a skate park, so you just end up going to the skate park and riding. I still ride today because it makes me super psyched and pretty much keeps me happy.
I started riding, I think, freshman year of high school. I'd always seen BMX on TV, thought it was super cool, didn't know how they managed to do the stuff that they did. Finally figured out where to get a decent bike. Freshman year, started riding with a few friends, and then they just all one by one started dropping out, stopped riding, started like getting into bad stuff or working. So I stopped. And in that time period, I was just busy with my clothing company, which kind of helped occupy me. And then when I came back down to college, met up with some guys and started riding pretty much every day.
I don't know, I see it as a creative outlet because you can just like literally think of anything you want. And it's the same as like doing art, really. You know, like painting a photo or something where you can just have this like idea in your head, and then when you paint it on paper, it's like the idea came alive. Like you can almost do the same thing with bike riding. Like just sit at home and like think about something and then just like make it happen, you know? And I definitely see that as like art.
It's different from art because it's more intense. You get the adrenaline from it, which I think is why I want to do it every day compared to regular art where it's more of like a meditation type thing. It's a different art form, but it definitely is one. I would consider it. Any action sport is an art form. Style in BMX is really important. I think that can elevate someone's riding to where they're not doing something super impressive or crazy, but it's just enjoyable to watch. Explaining style, I would say it's the way that you maneuver the bike, the way that you just flow around, the way that you think. Everyone has a different style. Some of it looks really good in some aspects of riding, and then another aspect it might not look as well, and you kind of watch people evolve and morph and their style go with it as they grow as a person. I think it's just a constant changing thing.
I don't know. I think style's not that important. Like I feel like everyone has style. It's like their own style, whatever it is. But I think there's like a certain thing that comes with just doing something all the time where it's like literally like an extension of yourself. So like if you're born with like a hand, you know, you can draw with it and you adapt to it. But like at a certain level with like whatever it is, whether it's like biking or skating or surfing, like it literally becomes an extension of you. So you like don't think about the things you're doing as much. And like that you can just see, like no matter who you are, I feel like you can just see that in someone. No matter what like your craft is, you know? And that to me is like, cause everyone has their own style, but to me that's like, I don't know, real style, you know? Filming's pretty important. Like I don't think it's everything, but I think it helps push you. Like I don't think I would have gotten to where I got now if it wasn't for cameras. Like a lot of things people do, like if there wasn't a camera there, why would you do it? Like for real, that's like a lot of the reasons people do things. I think it definitely progresses you. And more than just the camera, it's almost like you know that other people are gonna see that, you know? So it's like, you don't really need the audience. Like in X Games or an arena, you can just like make the arena happen like right there and then bring it back and like show a bunch of people.
I think filming's pretty important. One, because it definitely is a motivator. I've done a lot of things that I normally wouldn't because the camera was there, because either way, if you do fall, you get to watch it and show all your friends, or if you land it, you're super stoked, get to show all your friends. Instagram, social media is definitely huge in riding right now. You can get a lot of exposure, a lot of opportunities out of it. So yeah, filming's pretty important, especially nowadays.
You can definitely get trapped filming, like maybe just like losing the fun aspect of riding, like why you ride, maybe just because it's like you're having a bad day and you just need to get some energy out, like, because filming's pretty frustrating. Like, you know, you want it to look perfect on camera, and sometimes like if you can't get that, it makes you frustrated, and then you lose sight of like why you really rode. So I definitely think like there's a good balance there. It's like just don't whip the camera out all the time. Or you can, but like, you know, you might start getting frustrated.
And it looks like shit on camera. It looks so...
You really got...
Street riding is when you make an obstacle like a handrail or a set of stairs that people use every day without thinking. You make that an obstacle, try to do tricks down it. Personally, I feel super frustrated when I go out street riding because I'm not as creative off the bat as most riders are when it comes to street. So it's super frustrating at first, but if you work through it and you finally find something or like figure something out and start working at it, I feel super satisfied even just trying it. And if I don't land it, just because like I got over that creative like burden, that wall, that's usually what I feel, which is different than a lot of people, I feel like.
Yeah, I would too.
I feel like it's more of an art form than just going to the skate park and riding, because it's not there to ride, like it's not built to ride. So not only do you have to like use your like physical and mental energy, you have to actually like creatively look at something that's not meant to ride and then like make something of it. So I feel like that's basically what I feel when I go to ride street. Being sponsored is not like that important, I think, in bike riding. I think it's like you could, if you want to make a career out of it, and it's like, it goes back to what I was saying about filming, where if you're filming all the time, like you kind of get stressed out. So a lot of people say like do what you love for a living, but like it's easy to lose that love because you end up getting stressed out and like having to go out to do certain things because it's kind of your career. So I think that like if you can handle that, like being a sponsored rider, I think is maybe something you should go after if like you have it in you. But you know, if you start to feel that pressure because it's real, like in that environment, I think it's something that maybe you should not like push as hard for, and maybe just use biking for like something else, which might just be like feeling good.
A little sketch on that first foot jam, but fuck it.
I think getting sponsored it's not the biggest thing, but I definitely think it's important if you want to travel and get the most you can out of BMX. It definitely helps lighten the financial burden, I feel like. Bikes are somewhat expensive, especially to someone like me. So a sponsorship would help. Going pro is like every kid's dream, but it's not the whole point of BMX. It's the main idea is to go out and have fun And if that stuff comes, great. If it doesn't, just keep doing what you can with what you have and what you're given.
Yeah, do it. Yeah!
BMX has definitely changed my life since I picked it back up in college. I live a much healthier lifestyle now. BMX, it's kind of showed me that no matter what, like even like the worst days, as long as you're still making improvement and working towards a goal, then you're doing something right. Before I would just see the big picture in things and working towards them. Now I understand that like each little step makes a difference in how important they are from BMX.
No, riding definitely influences my everyday life. It's like, I think it's always gonna be there. Like it's always gonna be something I can do that just makes me feel good, honestly. And like it affects everything. Like a lot of stuff I haven't done or like I could have done, I haven't done because of riding, or like there's so many things that I have done because of riding. So it's like, I almost see riding as like, it's like a life teacher, really, if you look at it like that. Like there's so many things that I wouldn't experience if it wasn't for bikes, like places or friends or just even like mindsets that like you achieve trying to like master yourself, like overcome yourself. It's definitely like the best tool for that, I think. Well, you could use any form of art, but that's the one I chose.